Hello friends, Ricky Chadha once again. Just wanted to share something with you. If I ask you a question, if I put up a question to you, what is the difference between a desire and an intent? Many of you may think that actually both means the same, whereas actually there is a lot of difference in having a desire and putting up an intent. I remember a movie in which Shah Rukh Khan says, जब कोई चीज शिद्दत से करो तो पूरी कायनात जुड़ जाती है उस चीज को हासिल करने में. That means if you put up a strong intent, the whole universe supports in getting that particular intent of yours manifested. Now I will start this with an example, a true example of my family member, of one of my cousin brother, who is a pilot. I remember, and he is at least 10 to 12 years, I'm supposed 12 years younger to me. I remember in Bombay, I used to stay at Rahu. So whenever I used to visit him, this was like, in the year, if I'm not wrong, maybe 81, 82. And there was no computers, there was no technology. If you have to write a letter, if you have to communicate, you have to write a letter or a telegram or whatever you say. This boy, from how much ever I know, from the age of maybe 8, 9 or 10, I do not remember that, he had a very strong desire to be a pilot. Now this was a desire. And to fulfill this desire, I have seen that he is to buy small aircrafts, not the dinky ones. I have seen him gathering information about some pilots and some company, airline companies, and actually sitting and writing postcards to them. And you won't believe there used to be a reply, a response, a revert back from the company also. His intent, the desire then became an intent. Then today he is a pilot. Okay. Now I am going to tell you what that boy, what my cousin was doing, what that boy was doing, is that what I call as an intent. It was a desire, no doubt about it, but it was a very strong intent that he was giving to the universe when he was collecting those small aircrafts, writing postcards. All over his place there used to be photographs. So if you walk into his room, you would not see anything else but only those aircrafts ki pictures, and all those pictures are around. Now I want you to understand, if you have a desire in life, desire is, it could be money, it could be a relationship, it could be a career, it could be anything. But that is only a desire. It converts into an intent, and remember, desires will not manifest, intents do manifest. Because when you give an intent, it goes to the universe, and the universe helps you to manifest it. For example, if you have a desire for a car, a given model, एक कोई model, one model that is there in your mind. It could be only a desire. I want a car, like a Swift will do, or Audi will do, or maybe there are so many models I don't even know. So you have a desire. Now, when will it become an intent? It becomes an intent when you fix your mind onto one car, one model. And what you, suppose you often go to a street where there is a showroom, and that particular desired car is there behind that glass. You can see it. You keep on watching it. And every day you make it a point that whenever you pass that street, you stop and you look at the car. You look at the car, and in your imagination, you see yourself in the car. You driving the car. You speeding that car. These are, the process starts. This is an intent. It's not a desire now. Then, whenever you get time, you start collecting pictures and photographs. You download it and you put it. And what you do? You create a vision board of all that what you want in life. You collect the photograph and you make a vision board and put right in front of your one of the wall. And whenever you are passing, whenever you are at home, you keep on looking at it. This, when you look at it, your subconscious mind is registering it. For example, this is what I want to show you. This is something like a vision board. Okay, you can see all that desire. But once a desire, then my intent was in this. Not all of them has been manifested, but it is still there on my vision board. Now there are some rules, or there are some ways how you should give an intent. First of all, when you give an intent for anything, it could be anything, it could be any amount, it could be any position, it could be any relationship, it could be any. First of all, do not doubt it. Like if you say, I want to earn 1 crore rupees, that's my intent. You just say it, but that's my intent. But the second moment, your subconscious, or you tell your mind, is that achievable? Is my qualification matching with what I am asking for? Is my skills, my talents are matching? That means you are putting a seed of doubt. That means whatever you have intended for, your subconscious mind, you're telling your subconscious mind that I am intending for, but I don't think I'll be able to get it. So there's a doubt. When there's a doubt, that is not a strong intent. Do not alter your intent. That means one day you say, I want to buy this model car, and you put an intent that I want to this. And there is another model that comes in the market. So you remove the picture from the vision board and you put the other picture. That means you are making alterations. When you fix up a focus on something, then there is no alteration. That could even be in a relationship. You cannot say, okay, my intent is to get married to this girl, and then say, no, this is beautiful. No, I would go for this girl, okay? Hey, this is not an intent. This will remain at the level of desires only. And desires are not manifested. It's only your intent that gets manifested. Now, after putting an intent, obviously, you have to put efforts to achieve that. The universe is not going to give you anything on a platter. It will definitely show you the path, will guide you towards that. You will be receiving messages like, how can you reach that particular goal or the intent that you have given to the universe. It will create and it will give you that path. So you have to put efforts for that. Like, that boy going on the street looking at the car, or my cousin who was writing the postcards or getting the small aircrafts and the pictures and putting all over the wall. He was putting some effort towards it. Plus, to become a pilot, whatever qualification is required is required. Okay, the universe is not going to put an aircraft in front of you, okay, come on, fly. No, that won't happen. But it is going to lead you towards that goal of yours. So this is very, very important. I wanted to share with you that desires could be many. And one more thing, like on this vision board, you must have seen at least 20 things that I wanted in life, and then I look at it. But then when I look at it, I have to only focus on one out of that till that thing is manifested. I cannot ask for 20 things at one time. No, you select one out of that. The moment you get it, suppose it's a watch and it is in your hand, it's manifested. Okay, then even if you don't remove it from the vision board, you have to shift your focus to the other thing. Now coming back to astrology, I just wanted to share an information. Some people are born with that type of focus in life, and if you look at their chart, if the Venus, yani ki Shukra, if Venus is sitting in your 12th house, believe me, those people, whatever they desire for, whatever they intend for, they very easily manifest it. Whatever, they look at anything and you'll see maybe in a month's time, 2 months' time, a year's time, but depending on what the intent was, but he will definitely get it. That is the beauty of Venus in the 12th house. Similarly, if you have your Mercury, Buddha, in your 8th house, believe me, you will never would want to, you never beg anyone for money. Money will readily be available for you, whatever situation you are, whatever circumstances you are going through, whatever Mahadasha you are going through, you will see that the money is always in your pocket. That is when Mercury is in the 8th house. So friends, I just wanted to give you some information. I just, whatever come to my mind, I feel like sharing before I, so that becomes my intent. Like I have to share with my my audience, and thank you so much. Like the usual request, which I always ask you to subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share my videos with other colleagues of your friends of yours, relatives of yours. And this was also once my intent, when I was a professor teaching hotel management, I always wanted, once I'll take a sort of a retirement, I will then focus on my astrology. Believe me, 21 years of learning astrology, I never came on any channel. I never told anybody that I'm doing it. And then I was waiting for the time. And then I put a strong intent that I want to be maybe on the Facebook, maybe on the social media. And there I am, manifested. Thank you so much. Take care.